Please, sisters, do not do this to me. Where will I go? Get out! Leave this house now.
How will you feel if the people you trusted so much and you call your own family abandon you in the darkest moments of your life? It can be saddened, right? Now, let's dive into this interesting story. Rita was the last child of 6 children in her family. Her parents could barely afford to feed 6 children, let alone send them to school. Education was a luxury to them, so they couldn't afford it. One by one, the children had to find their own way. By the time Rita turned 12, her older siblings had already left home, each searching for greener pastures in the city. Rita's turn came when a family friend told them about Mr. and Mrs. Moses, a wealthy couple in Agba, who needed a housekeeper. They are good people, the woman assured Rita's mother. They will treat her well. So, Rita left for the city to become an house girl. When she arrived at the Moses residence, she was overwhelmed with the luxury things she was seeing. Mr. Moses was a successful businessman, and Mrs. Moses was a pharmacist who ran her own chain of pharmacies. But what surprised Rita most was their kindness. Unlike the horror stories she had heard about madams who maltreated their house helps, Mrs. Moses was gentle and patient with her. She taught Rita how to use the washing machine, the gas cooker, how to arrange the house properly, and how to cook different recipes. Rita, you are a very smart girl. Mrs. Moses always commended her. Rita took her responsibility seriously. She usually wakes up early to prepare breakfast, took care of their 2 young children, cleaned the house thoroughly. She was respectful, honest, and hardworking. Within 2 months, the Moses family couldn't imagine their home without her. Unlike their previous house girls who had stolen from them, lied, and neglecting their work, Rita was really different. She treated their children like her own siblings, playing with them and telling them stories, and making sure they were always happy. One day, Mrs. Moses walked into the kitchen and found Rita reading a book. "Do you like reading?" Mrs. Moses asked her. Rita jumped up. "I'm sorry, ma. I was just..." No, don't apologize. "Do you wish to go to school?" "Yes, ma," she answered, "but I know it is not possible." So that night, Mrs. Moses had a conversation with her husband. "Darling, I have been thinking about Rita," she said. Mr. Moses looked up from his phone. "What about her?" "She's very intelligent and hardworking. It breaks my heart that she can't go to school. What if we enrolled her?" Mr. Moses looked at her. "You mean sponsor her education?" "Yes, we can enroll her in evening classes or even a regular school. She can still help around the house when she's free. Think about it. We spend money on so many things. Why can't we invest in a young girl's future?" Mr. Moses smiled at his wife. This was one of the reasons he loved her, her generous heart. "You are right. Let's do it. Let's give her a chance." The next morning, they called Rita to the living room. She was initially nervous, wondering if she had done something wrong. "Rita, sit down," Mrs. Moses said, "My husband and I have been talking, and we want to send you to school." Rita stared at them, couldn't believe what she just heard. "Ma?" "Yes, school. We will enroll you in a good secondary school. You can go to school during the day and help with the light chores in the evening. What do you think?" Rita burst into tears. She fell on her knees, thanking them over and over again. It felt like a dream. Within 2 weeks, Rita was enrolled in a private secondary school, not far from their house. She wore the uniform with so much pride. Rita was determined not to disappoint the Moses family. She studied hard, often reading late into the nights. Her teachers were impressed. Despite starting late and missing several years of education, Rita quickly caught up with her classmates. She finished secondary school with excellent results and gained admission to study business administration. Mr. Moses paid her fees, bought her textbooks, and gave her monthly allowance for transport and feeding. Rita juggled school and her responsibilities at home. She graduated with an excellent grade from the uni. One day, Mr. Moses called her into his study room. "Rita, you have grown into a fine young woman, and I am so proud of you. I have a friend who runs an oil and gas consulting firm. He's looking for a hardworking young graduate to join his team. I have recommended you. This is your chance to build your career." "Sir, I don't know how to thank you and Madam for everything." Mr. Moses tapped her. "You have already thanked us by making us proud. Now go out there and make yourself proud too." Rita started working at the consulting firm as an assistant, but her brilliance and dedication quickly caught her boss' attention. Within 2 years, she was handling major clients and had helped the company secure several multi-million-dollar contracts. Her boss was so impressed that he gave her a double promotion. Within 3 years of working, Rita had already bought her own apartment and was living comfortably well. Her family, who had barely kept in touch during her struggling years, suddenly became very interested in her life. One day, she received a phone call from her elder sister, Naomi. "Rita, my baby, I heard you're now working in a big company. That is wonderful." Rita was also happy to hear from her. "Yes, sister, God has been faithful. Thank God for Mr. and Mrs. Moses. God used them to elevate my life." "Rita, I don't want to disturb you," her sister said, "but things are hard. My husband lost his job 3 months ago, and we are struggling to pay the children's school fees. Can you help us with 50,000 naira? Rita did not hesitate. She sent the money immediately. Then her second sister, Ada, called Rita. "Please, I need 70,000 for rent. Our landlord is threatening to throw us out." Rita also sent the money. Her third sister called. "Rita, my business is about to collapse. I need 200,000 naira urgently to restock." Rita sent it. One by one, they all reached out. Rita felt really good that at last she can help her family. After all, they were her blood. She remembered how they all struggled together as a child. Now that she could help, why wouldn't she? But the requests became more frequent. "Rita, my daughter needs a new laptop for school." "Rita, I want to start a new business. Send me 500,000. "Rita, my husband needs to travel for a contract. Can you send 300,000 for his tickets and accommodation? Rita found herself sending money almost every week, then every few days, then every single day. What bothered her most was that none of them ever asked how she was doing. No one asked about her work, her health, or her own personal life. Every conversation started and ended with money demands. One day, her tall sister called. Rita, we are planning to buy a new plot of land to build her house. We need 2 million naira as part payment. Can you please send it? Rita hesitated. Sister, that is a lot of money. I have investments running right now. Can you give me to the end of the month? Rita said, are you saying you can't help your own sister? After everything we've done for you, is this how you want to pay me? You are living in a fine house, driving fine car, and living comfortably, and you are telling me you can't help me? It's not that I can't help. I just need a little time, Rita said. You know what? Forget it. I can see that money has changed you. You have become so proud. She cut off the call angrily. Rita called her back immediately to apologize, and she quickly called her friend and borrowed money from her to send to her sister. After the call, Rita sat on her bed, feeling so exhausted. Rita had been feeling stressed for weeks. The constant demands from her family were beginning to affect her work. She would be in an important meeting and her phone will ring with another request for money. One afternoon, a colleague and friend noticed her. Rita, are you okay? You have been looking worried lately. I'm fine, just family issues. Do you want to talk about it? She opened up and told her everything about how she was practically founding the entire family's lifestyle, how they called her every single day for money, how none of them seemed interested in her well-being. I'm working so hard, but it feels like I'm working for them, not for myself. Every time I make money, it goes straight to them. I can't even save properly anymore. A friend listened to her and then asked her, Rita, do you think your family really loves you? Rita was surprised with that question. Of course, they love me. They are my family and I love them. Are you sure they love you? Or do they love what you give to them? They are my blood, my sisters, my brother. We grew up together. I know. I'm not saying they are bad people, a friend said. But think about it. When was the last time any of them called you just to check up on you? When was the last time they asked about your job, your health, and your personal life? Or is every conversation not about money? Rita wanted to argue, but realized she couldn't. Her friend was actually right. Every of their conversation was always about money. You know, human beings are naturally selfish, Rita. Most times, people don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you can do for them. The sad truth is, if you lost everything tomorrow, you'll be surprised how many people would disappear from your life. My family wouldn't do that to me, Rita said firmly with conviction. Then test them, a friend said. I'm not saying they will fail, but test them and see. Pretend you are broke. Tell them you lost your job. See if they will still rally around you the way they've been doing. Rita shook her head. I can't do that. That is dishonest. It is not dishonest, it is wisdom. You need to know who truly loves you and who is just using you. Trust me, Rita, you'll be shocked at what you will find out. Rita went home that evening with her friend's word ringing in her head. That night, she could not sleep. She kept thinking about her siblings. Would they really abandon her if she had nothing? No, she told herself, they are my family. Blood is thicker than water. 2 weeks later, Rita got her 6 weeks annual leave. It was the perfect time to carry out the test, though a part of her still felt guilty about it. She informed her gatesman that he could take a break from work. Then she prepared herself mentally for what she was about to do. On a Monday morning, her eldest sister called. Rita, good morning, oh. Please, the children lesson teacher is asking for money. Can you send it today? Rita took a deep breath. Sister, I don't have money to send right now. What do you mean you don't have money? Is it not just 200,000 naira? I'm broke, sister. I don't have any money, Rita said. Rita, stop joking. Send the money, I beg. The woman is disturbing me. I'm serious. I don't have any money right now. She eased and ended the call. 3 days later, Rita called her siblings one after the other. She was crying as she was delivering the news. I have been sacked from work. They accused me of fraud. They said I stole the company money. They've seized everything, frozen my accounts, my car, my house, everything. I don't know what to do right now. But one after the other, they told her they would call her back. But no one called her back. She waited 2 more days, then packed the small bag and took a taxi to her eldest sister's place. It was a 3-bedroom apartment that Rita had paid 2 years rent for. When Naomi opened the door and saw Rita with a bag, her expression changed. Rita, what are you doing here? Sister, I told you what happened. I have nowhere to go. I thought I could stay with you until I sort myself out. Naomi looked uncomfortable. Rita, you know my husband does not like having people around us. He values his privacy. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Sister, I'm not people. I'm your sister. Where do you expect me to go now? I don't know, but you can't stay here. I'm sorry. She shut the door. Rita was surprised by the reaction of her sister, but she made her way to Ada's house, her second sister. Rita, to be honest, we don't have food in this house. I can barely feed my own family. I can't add another mouth join. You understand, right? Her third sister also told her that her landlady does not allow visitors in the compound. Rita could not believe what she was hearing. These were the same people who had been funding for years. The same people whose rent she paid, whose children she sent to school, whose businesses she had founded. Finally, she went to her fourth sister's house, Ifeoma, and she let her in. And Rita was grateful that at least someone accommodated her. The few days at Ifeoma's house turned into the worst experience of Rita's life. From the very first night, the hostility was clear. Ifeoma cooked jollof rice for her family and served Rita garri and granuts. We have to manage what we have, Ifeoma told her. The next morning, her sister woke her up at 5 o'clock. Rita, please help me sweep the compound. And after that, wash the plates in the kitchen. Then cook breakfast for the children before they go to school. Rita stared at her sister. Sister, but are you too big to help now? She called her. You are staying in my house for free, eating my food. The least you can do is to help with the chores. Rita was literally treated like a housemaid. She cooked, cleaned, washed clothes, and ran errands. Meanwhile, Ifeoma's family ate proper meals, while Rita was given the leftovers or gari, without fish, without meat. At night, she heard Ifeoma and her husband talking in their room. That your sister is bad luck. Ifeoma's husband said. How can someone so rich suddenly become broke? I don't want her bad luck to affect us. Tell her to leave. Please, let me give her a few days more, Ifeoma replied. But her attitude became worse. She started insulting Rita. This is what happens when you don't save money. You were busy showing off with car and big house. Now see where you have ended up. Nonsense. Rita endured it all without uttering a word. One evening, after a stressful day of chores, Ifeoma called Rita to the living room. Rita, I've been thinking. I don't think you can stay here anymore. My husband is not comfortable. And to be honest, I'm also worried. They say poverty and bad luck can be transferred. I don't want your condition to affect my family. Sister, please, I have nowhere to go. Just give me a little more time to get myself. No, Rita, I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Tonight. Tonight? Sister, it's almost 8 p.m. Where will I go at this time? That's not my problem. Pack your things and go. I have done my part. I let you stay for 5 days when everyone else rejected you. What more do you want from me? Rita packed her bag with tears in her eyes. As she walked towards the door, she turned to look at her sister one more time. Sister, do you remember 4 months ago when I sent you 500,000 naira to start your catering business? Do you remember when I paid your children's school fees last time? Do you remember when I bought you that freezer in your kitchen? Ifeoma looked away. That was then. This is now. Life has changed for you. Don't bring up the past. Rita walked out into the dark streets with her small bag in her hand, with tears in her eyes. She sat on a bench at the bus stop and called her friend. You were right. You were right about everything you said about my family. Rita returned to her house that night. For almost a year, her phone never rang with calls from her siblings. Not one of them even checked up on her. The same people used to call her 5 times in a day suddenly disappeared. It was as if she never existed. Rita went back to work after her leave, but the experience had changed her. She was more careful about who she trusted. 1 year later, she thought to reach out to her siblings. Hello, Rita. It's been so long. How are you? Her sister said. I'm fine, sister. I want to tell you something. Do you remember last year when I told you I was sacked and I lost everything? Yes, her sister said. Actually, sister, it was a test. I was never sacked. I never lost anything. I wanted to see if you all truly loved me or you just love my money. and you all failed. Every single one of you. I came to your house, the house I paid rent for, and you sent me away. You told me your husband does not like visitors. I was not a visitor. I'm your sister. I was your sister who needed help. Rita, you don't understand. Things were complicated. No, sister. When I had money, I was your favorite sister. When I had nothing, I turned to a stranger. You all showed me who you really are, and I will never forget it. She made similar calls to all her siblings. Some tried to explain, others got defensive, but Rita had had enough. The next day, all her 5 siblings showed up at her gates. Her gateman called to inform her, "Madam, your sisters are here. They want to see you." "Let them in," she said. The eldest sister, Naomi, spoke first. "Rita, we came to apologize. We know we were wrong. We are so sorry for how we treated you. We did not know you were testing us. If we knew..." Rita held up her hand. "That is exactly the point. You did not know. And that's why you showed your true colors. If you had known it was a test, you would have pretended to be kind. But I saw the real you." They all fell on their knees begging, "Please forgive us. We made a mistake." Rita looked at them. "I forgive you," she said. "But things will never go back to how they were. You are not my priority anymore. I need to build my own life and my family. I need to focus on myself. I will send you money when I feel like, not when you demand it. I will help you when I choose to, not because you pressure me. And if you ever come at me with that entitlement mentality again, I will cut you off completely. Do you understand?" After that, she stopped sending money every time her siblings called. When they asked, she would sometimes help and sometimes say no, depending on whether she felt the request was genuine or just another attempt to exploit her. The interesting thing was, they adapted. When they realized she was serious about her boundaries, they started treating her with more respect. They started calling just to check up on her, asking about her life, sharing their own struggles without immediately asking for money. One Sunday, she visited Mr. and Mrs. Moses for lunch. They had remained her constant supporters throughout everything. "I heard about what happened with your family," Mrs. Moses said as they ate. "Are you okay?" Rita smiled. "I am now. It was painful, but it taught me something important. Not everyone close to you loves you. Some people just love what you can give to them." Mrs. Moses nodded. "That is a hard lesson to learn, but an important one. The Bible says in Proverbs, 'Wealth brings many people, but a poor man's friend deserts him.' You experienced that firsthand." "I did, and I learned to set boundaries." Mrs. Moses reached over her and held her hand. "You have a good heart, Rita. Don't let this experience harden it. Just let it make you wiser." Rita laughed. She had learned that sometimes the people who should love us the most are the ones who hurt us the deepest. Not everyone who is close to you loves you for who you are. Some people only stay around because of what they want to gain from you. True love shows up even when you have nothing to offer. We finally come to the end of today's story. This story is brought to you by Tales by Timmy. Don't forget to like, Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share this video. See you next time. Bye.